Welcome
Welcome
to Shade in the
to the
City.
city.
I'm Treese,
It's Nels.
and we are jumping into our Better Late Than Never review of the 90 Day Fiance, your
I'm
favorite
excited.
guys. We know you've been
We
waiting.
got people coming here.
Okay. So, you build up the little anticipation because you wanted to hear what we had to say about it. So thank you guys for tuning in. And please make sure you like the video on your way in. And if you are not already, subscribe. And yes, let's get into it, y'all. And let's get shady. I don't have a pen today. What is going on?
Your lip gloss?
My lip gloss is popping. We come in hot.
Yes.
Bilal is preparing his old home, as we know, for Shy's arrival. He says that love has not been kind to him, y'all. And he has walls up and trust issues. So he's picking her up in the van that's not his. And as we know, taking her back to that house. Now, I don't know, but just me, this is probably, I'm premonition, it's not going to go well. But anyway, so he says that he's a little bit concerned because they've only physically spent 7 days together in Trinidad. And so, he's just basically scared of like, how is things going to be when we're going to be around each other all the damn time? And I'm marrying this woman. It sounds a little bit crazy. I'm glad that you know. So when we sit up here and do this review and call you crazy, at least you can accept that what you're doing is a little crazy. Just say. So he's very anxious, waiting at the airport. He's twitching, whatever. And we see Shy walking out of the airport with her little Trinidad
flag. Yeah.
Rocks her stuff and does what I call the arrival run that we see every season of 90 Day Fiance, where they run into each other's arms and they embrace.
Oh, see, you know what I called? I called it the movie embrace.
Oh, same shit. We see it every new season of 90 Day Fiance, and that's what makes us think these people are in love until we find out who they really are. So she lets us know that she's a little overwhelmed, but she's super, super excited to be there. And it's a dream come true. She does let us know that she wants to get to know him all over again, and get more acquainted with each other. And she wants to see a lot of things that he's kept hidden from her and wants to see how he lives.
You want to see his house and his car.
Yeah, well, she did specify his house and his car. So they walk in, you know how airport parking lots be big and all long and stuff. So they walk in and, I can tell she's like looking like, is it the Benz over there? Is it the Bentley over there? And then they get up to this white serial killer van and
a black Malibu.
Like a black, I don't even remember the car.
It was a Chevy Malibu.
Okay, it was Malibu. Yes, that's what it was. And he goes to open the door of the van and she's like, she laughs. She's like, I thought that was your car. And he's like, no, I know you like big cars. So, and she's like, but a Scooby-Doo van though?
A Scooby-Doo van.
I wasn't mad at her for it. I'm just glad
she said that. I say, yo,
on her feet. You a little shady, Shy.
Jazz, the Scooby-Doo van.
So basically, we see out the gate that Shy has expectations. We already knew that, and he knew that. So
Shy was supposed to be shy. That's what's confusing me.
What?
Not at all.
Not at all. So then he puts her stuff in the vehicle, and she's like, "Did you really just put my stuff in trash?" I wish I could do the accent right now. Give me a couple more scenes. But it's like, did you really put my in trash? And like she really the Trinity starts to come out. It starts to come out full force. And I was like, ooh,
she's
and then
like,
she's
this
I
is
think
like
I said,
Sanford and Son.
yeah. And she's like, this is real Sanford and Son. I said, they get Sanford and Son in Trinidad? Damn.
You so stupid.
She says that she doesn't want to get into her Trini ways because she can go off and it could get a little bit disrespectful. She did say, as we know, she had her expectations coming here, and she knows that what he does for a living. So
he buys houses and flips them.
He has a certain lifestyle, and so she knows that she feels like this should be bullshit, right? And she's like, I know he.
But now she might be feeling like his profession is bullshit. She might feel like he was lying about that.
That's true. And basically, she just lets him know that, babe, you lost a lot of points, and blah.
You lost them too.
I know. I was like, ooh, day one. Not even. We ain't even. Have y'all been together for 10 minutes yet?
He said it was only together for 7 days, so I mean, it should be quick to get over.
I don't know. That's a red flag like shit.
Thanks for the cat.
You ain't been here for 10 minutes.
I ain't coming back.
And he can't do that because remember, they're already spiritually married.
Yeah, it's not legally bound. So Kara is in the car with Guillermo. They are in DR because she just touched down. And they're headed to go have some dinner with some friends. And, she's just trying to, make him feel more comfortable about going to the U.S. And, Guillermo, he tells us that all friends in ZR, when they talk about the USA, consider it to be paradise. So this is like a movie to him that he is going to paradise. It's like it's a big deal. Right. And let me tell you something. Kara, she seems like she belongs in the DR. Like, I'm starting to think that Kara got a little Hispanic in her because
she told y'all she traveled and she learned. She did 3.
I mean, she speaks it well. Like even her energy.
Fluent. She's very fluent.
But I mean, like her energy gives like a Hispanic woman a little bit. Like I don't know. She's just she to me she fits in very well.
Yeah, she does.
So then the brother Christopher pops up and she's like, like super hype. She's like, so we find out that his other brother couldn't come because he's sick. Guillermo says, it's kind of sad that his brother couldn't come, but he was sick. So Christopher did come and he is happy about that. Christopher is kind of sentimental because this is his little brother. He's like, he's only 23 and he's leaving us. I don't know when's the next time I'm going to see him. I don't know how her friends are going to treat him. Like he got some concerns. He got some valid concerns, okay, about his little baby brother. And he tells Kara, when I first saw you, I thought you was like, like a sugar mommy. And he was like, your sugar baby. And she's like, oh, like Sanky Panky. I'm like, I mean, she know, like.
She even know the slang terms, y'all.
She should really just move to the DR. Like,
why are we doing this to this young man? Why don't you
Because where she live at, Charlottesville? She live in Charlottesville.
Right. Why would you do that?
I feel like she would fit in a hell of a lot better in DR than in Charlottesville.
Than he would in Charlottesville. Exactly.
No, I mean, than her in Charlottesville.
Oh.
She probably seemed out of place as shit in Charlottesville. She just seemed like she fits in DR. So she was like, they laugh and joke about that. And she was like, it's funny because all my friends have older men. And they make fun of me because they're like, oh, you're robbing the cradle. You like toddlers and little boys. And Guillermo's like, I don't find this shit funny at all.
He did not.
Like,
he didn't think it was.
It makes me mad. He's like, I expect this shit from my brother, but not from my fiance. I expect my fiance to respect me. And I know when I first get there, she's going to have to take care of me, but I'm your fiance. Mm-hmm. So I actually did notice that when everybody was laughing and joking, he was the only one that wasn't her. And she looked, that smile came off her face real quick. She was like,
yeah. She thought it was cute, but yeah, that's not, it's emasculating to him. You want to be out here and marry a whole little boy, and I'm sorry, but marriage is for grown men. So,
but I can understand the difference also between the brother and the fiance. It's like, it is my older brother. Of course, he's going to see me that way. You are my future wife. You shouldn't see me as a little boy or a baby. You should see me as your husband. So I completely understand. So next we meet Eve. She is 48. She's from New Mexico. She's also Apache Native American, and she's an acupuncturist and massage therapist. I just feel like I just said a mouthful. Okay,
right.
that was a whole lot. She says she's passionate about healing people and assisting people. She loves what she does. She says she usually has a very full day because she has a 12-year-old Theron. She's a single mother of 12-year-old Theron who has autism, Down syndrome, and stage 2 kidney disease. That already just sounds like a lot.
A very full day.
Yes. She also says that she has to change. Huh?
I said I love her mindset about it.
Yes, she even says that she has to change his catheter like every 3 hours. That's like, whew. She does say that she's never cared that she had a special needs child. That she was just happy she had the opportunity to be his mother. I thought that was so sweet.
Y'all, I was literally over here about to tear up.
She did say that his father were together for 8 years, and they were engaged, but they did not marry because she didn't feel emotionally supported. So they've been separated for 8 years as well. So during this time, she says it's been very difficult, but she was working on healing herself. She met a lot of friends and
that were like-minded.
Exactly.
Health and wellness like she does.
So she was very content in the life that she was living. She wasn't looking to date. And then out of nowhere, she gets a DM from some half-aged, like
a man naked, half her age,
half-naked man, Muhammad.
And he's from Alexandria, Egypt.
She says that he was shredded. Apparently she posted a picture where she was in her bathing suit. And I think she said like she put the hashtag fit or something like
body
that.
Or something like
or
that.
Fit body. And he wrote her, he sent her a DM and she was like, when I saw him, I thought he was gorgeous. Like I had to write him back. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, he is.
He is.
He is. And his body is just amazing. So she was concerned a little bit about him being a catfish, but they did
actually video
chat. I think after day 2 or something like that. And her friend Crystal was shocked too that because her friend Crystal came by to visit her, I guess to help her go through her closet, get rid of all her skanky clothes.
Right.
And her friend Crystal was like that. She was shocked that he was real too. She was like, "Who is this Egyptian god?"
Okay.
Some of the pictures is like they do look catfish worthy. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
But she does say, even though they're she's 48 and he's 25, age to them does not matter. After 2 months of talking, she flew over to visit him, and they were engaged almost immediately. He proposed to her with this beautiful ruby ring. It's gorgeous. It's like a ruby stone in the middle with like diamonds around the band. I was like, all right, Muhammad, with your little young ass. Okay.
Look, Muhammad's been doing good in the last couple of
seasons. And she said she wasn't sure that she wanted to move this fast, but given their connection, she really just couldn't deny it. She says that they've been waiting like 2 years. And finally, his visa is approved. So he'll be in Albuquerque in 2 days. And this is why she's going through her closet, getting rid of her things. She's explaining to her friend, Crystal, that, in his culture, you don't show your legs or your arms. So she's trying to explain to her that he's not really excessive. It's just a cultural difference because Crystal ain't really feeling that shit. But Crystal is concerned. She does express her concerns about their age difference, because apparently Crystal got a son
the same age as Muhammad. She's like, you out here with the little boys.
So I can understand her concern because she's looking at her son like, this is the way my son acts. So I can only imagine, you're grown
as a mother, I would not be checking for you to be dating my son.
Exactly. Because I know he's immature. So I can only imagine, like, what Muhammad is like. But she says, she would never advise her friend to date someone that immature. So this is love is basically, what she's saying. And Eve says that, they get judged all the time because of their age, that people feel like he has to want something from her. And really, she just wants people to be happy for her.
We get back to Jabri in Rapid City, South Dakota.
Why did it sound like it was like a cool place to be?
Because that's what he does. Remember, he tried to make it seem like this was the new Poppins place that we all need to go there and visit.
So you go, don't you?
No.
Watch. Give her an episode or two, y'all. Give her an episode or two. She gotta be like, we gotta go to South Dakota.
No, but I will say we could fly right past it to Idaho. So he's going to get his father's truck washed so he can impress Miona. I don't think she's going to be impressed at all. And the fact that it's your father's truck, but that's neither here nor there. So
he was matching his father's truck, because I noticed he had on the red glasses with the red jacket, and he's in this red truck. So he matching his daddy truck.
I ain't mad at the color coordination. So we see him leaving a message for David, which we know is his bandmate, but we learned that they have been basically down since they've been in high school. And he says that they've been through a lot of stuff together, from not only being bandmates, but business partners. He done dated the boy's sister. I'm like, oh, that's close for comfort. And yeah, they just been through everything together. And he does say that, COVID, he originally says, oh, well, COVID kind of broke down the band and, separated them. Then what we learn after David calls him back, and he's like, yo, people's hopping in the DM, son. They want to, they want the Black Serbs. They asking where we at. And he's just like, oh, but we waiting on you, but you waiting on Miona. And you could tell the distaste in his voice when he said it. So, Jabri's like, well, yeah, she's coming. Like, I've been waiting for a long time for her to get here. And he's like, well, yeah, if she come, but he's like, why are you giving me this like energy?
Well, he's like, I hope that work out. Good luck with that. I was like, oh,
yeah. And then he's like, I feel like you've been beefing with her ever since you met her. And he was just like, yeah, she came off with an attitude.
Like, I don't like her vibe.
Yeah, he's like, she low-key kind of bougie. And he was like, and how do you know she really wants you and she's just not looking at you as a meal ticket to get a passport and come to America? And she see you in a band with a popular Serbian dude. Like, he was like, come on, dude. I said, oh. Now,
that is Miona energy, though.
Huh?
That is Miona energy.
It is. It is.
I think David is on to something.
If you haven't already liked the video, please make sure that you do so. And make sure that
you subscribe.
But let me drop this tea on you. So apparently, I be in these internet streets. So apparently, the streets is mad because Miona has been accused of blackfishing. Now, me and Nels had a conversation off camera about this. I don't think we need to necessarily get into it. I said that, I don't think there's anything wrong with anybody that wants to be black. I think everybody wants to be black deep down.
It is when you pick and choose when you want to be black.
Okay. And that's Nels' issue. So drop down in the comments. Tell us what you think. Do you feel like Miona is blackfishing in her photos? And
she does look a lot darker than when they talk on FaceTime.
It could be a filter.
It's usually not. I don't know of a filter that really
right there, but back to the 90-day fiance of it all. So yeah, him and so basically David is telling, Jabri, he's just not really here for Miona. Jabri lets us know, and I think I told y'all, he started off saying that COVID broke them up. And then we realized that he actually, during COVID, I guess, left and went to Serbia to be with her.
And said that he put the Black Serbs on the back burner.
And that's why David is mad. Because you let this woman get in between your business.
And my thing is that why you're broke, though? Is that why you had to live at home with your parents? Because if that's the case, she don't want no broke nigga. So what you need to do is stop putting them on the back burner and get your ass on the road.
Well, isn't that how he met her? Anywho, needless to say, Jabri is hurt by the fact that his best friend can't accept his fiance and
don't support
his relationship.
And David is like, I mean, literally, like, and he's just like in the camera, like what do you want me to say? Like, I don't like her.
Right, I don't like her. So, and he's like, I wish you the best, dude. Good luck. I said, damn, David, damn.
So Emily is going through some lingerie that she wants to wear for Kobe because she plans on having a night away before she brings him back to meet Kobe. She is concerned that,
she's trying to have sex.
Hey, girl, good. She's concerned that, her body's changed. So she's worried that, he may not be attracted to her, but she's still, she's like, it's been 2.5 years.
Right.
And he's not into sexting. So she got a little built up frustration. She's like, look, we ain't going to be able to have sex in my parents' house.
Right.
And she does feel bad that, she's stalling him meeting his son, but she's like, we got to get it in because we ain't going to have time when we get to my parents' house. So it's been 2.5 years. What'd you say?
I said it's called bait and switch. The son is the bait, and then I'm going to switch it up, and you got to give some bait before you can get to him.
Oh, my God. So her sister is just saying basically, she's sitting down with her, helping her with, packing. And, she says basically, she just hopes that they'll be reminded of their connection, even though she looks so much different and, he doesn't really focus on that. So apparently the airport in Kansas City is 2.5 hours away from where she lives. So she gonna hit the road.
I told Nels, that's how you know she is in West Bubba somewhere.
Yeah.
There's no reason why your closest airport is 2 hours away.
That's crazy. We got 3 airports by us.
And that's why when she says she doesn't leave the house, where the fuck are you going? Walmart is probably an hour. I wouldn't leave the house either. Every time I went out, I would make sure I had everything I needed. If everything is an hour or 2 away. I'm just saying.
That's probably why she got down the way she did back in the day. Shit, she gonna make it worth her while if she going far.
Right.
She's about to drive 2.5 hours away to be closer to the airport, go to Kansas City, and she's gonna meet up with her friend Sean for dinner.
And we are here for Sean.
We are here for Sean.
We need more Sean.
Yeah, Sean is super cute.
And he's shady. Shady as hell.
Yeah, Sean is shady.
In a good way, like us. That's why I like him. It's like
we saw some pictures of Sean,
but it's not
poking his little booty. He is cute. Sean says, the reason why she wants to talk to Sean is she's like, Sean, they used to go out all the time, so they know each other very well. He's super overprotective, and he can smell the bullshit from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sean says he was completely shocked to find out that she was pregnant after knowing somebody, just a couple months. He's like, she was wild, but he was like, this is like over the top. Like this is team too much. Okay. So she lets him know the plan that she is going to see Kobe, leaving the baby at home, planning to have sex, the whole rundown that she told her sister. And then she's talking about how she's worried about being on top and her boobs dangling all in his face. I'm like, girl, that's not a good visual, because if you can see in her shirt, maybe I'm saying too much, but like her boobs look like orangutan titties like this a little bit. It do. They hang. They look nasty.
Not orangutan titties.
They look nasty. Sean feels that that she thinks that he is going to ride in on his white horse like Captain Save-A-Ho, and that is not how it's going to be. He is not here for it.
He's like, you can live in this fairy tale if you want to, boo, but I'm honest about life.
Yeah, he's like, I wish her the best. I hope, he turns out to be a Captain Save-A-Ho, but that ain't what he getting. And she said basically that, she's concerned because the Emily she is now is totally different than the Emily that he met in China. She's not a partier. She's a mom now. She go to sleep early. She's breastfeeding. She got a mom bod. She's just totally different. So she does feel like they really need this time to connect.
To get reacquainted. Then we get back to Shy and Bilal. Y'all, she's in the car giving silent treatment.
Awkward silence.
And he's just like, oh, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. He's just trying to fill the space with something. Mm-hmm. They get to this house, they pull up, and her reaction wasn't good, but it wasn't
she looked confused.
She looked confused, like with the car. She looked confused. Now, he asked as they're pulling up, does she like the houses in the neighborhood? And she's like, oh, they look cute. And then when they get to the house, he's like, I don't see the paint peeling in the house.
It's like, oh, 1900s. It's a house on the 1900s.
Full of good working class people. And let me tell you something. I hope Shy worked when she get over here, because it sounds like that's not. We'll get into it. So they pull up. Shy ain't here for it. She ain't here for it. She's like, take me back. This is some bullshit. What the fuck? She goes on to say that the house is dilapidated. That's a very strong word. A very strong word. Not dirty, like nasty, old, dilapidated. I said, well, damn. Basically, she brings his attention to the paint peeling on the ceiling and is like, yo, I feel like this shit could come down on us at any moment. And I'm not going to lie. At this point, it went from you expressing your dislike to now you're being disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Because this man grew up in this house. And of course, you don't know that. But
that is, I feel like that doesn't matter, because if
No, I'm just saying it's still disrespectful as fuck. It's still
if this is the house that you believe that he's paying for,
right?
That he brought you to. Let's not get it twisted. The house is not pretty, right? And I can even understand
modern and spacious.
I can understand even if she said like, oh, like, babe, like this house needs a lot of work, like making like little comments. But I mean, she's like, yeah, she's nasty. She's being nasty. She's being She did call the house dilapidated.
Come to a first world country and live like this. I said, ooh, okay, Shy, you are digging yourself a grave, because once it's dug, bitch, we're gonna be talking shit about you all season. Just know that. Once you dig that grave for yourself. So she talks about how she asked for pictures of his home and his vehicle, and he never sent them. And honestly, I don't think that that's normal that people ask for. I mean, I get it because you probably see them in person, but even if I didn't know a dude in person and I've dated long distance, I'm not asking a nigga to send a picture of his car. If I'm dating you regardless of what you're driving. Now, when I get there, and if you driving the Pinto, that might be a problem. You know what I mean? But as long as it runs and we get where we got to go, point A to point B.
I could see like maybe if you're on FaceTime, you're like if they're in their room or something like that, you're like, show me your room or something like that.
Right.
But no, I think you're right. Like it is kind of weird to ask for like a picture of your house or like
I want to see
car.
That to me gives bragging. Like you want to show me your friends, like, look, girl, I'm going to America and this is his house and this is his car. That's what that gives me. So then I love she says this is not the man she fell in love with. And he was like, are you going to be the type of bitch to just be complaining? Or are you going to actually,
roll
help
up your
out and
sleeves
get
and
your
help?
hands dirty? She said, I'm going to do both. And he said, well, I don't need the complaining. And I said, you know what, Bilal? I am here for it. I am.
You know what?
He is nasty.
What got me was she even mentioned, is there rats in the kitchen? And he said, do I look like the type to live with rats? His OCD ass, we know that he's not. And she's like, well, I mean, I'm saying you can do better, we can do better. And he's like, where in the Quran does it say I need to provide you with a mansion?
And you know what I love? He said,
She was like, I don't need a mansion, but a lot of things need to be fixed. He was like, a lot of things need to be fixed about your attitude. I said,
okay. And then lets her know, you do realize there are people that don't even own a home. I said, bring it. Bring it. That's how you like, and she's like, he's talking to me like a child. Bitch, because you're acting like one.
Mm-hmm.
You clearly don't have shit for yourself, but you want to discuss how you don't like his shit. How does that work?
Yeah. So,
I'm trying to take it on Jabri. Now, first of all, you know, we like to talk about the fashions, right? So his first look when they bring him up and the, you know, little graphic, our boy Jabri has on a plaid suit. And I mean
a red plaid suit.
Red plaid. I wasn't here for that look, but okay. Then as we get into our scene, Jabri has on what I think is pink Skims. I don't know. They were fuzzy. They look like it. But I know Skims are expensive, so I don't know if he can afford that. But then we see that, because I would be mad if he had these nice pink Skims and then brought me these bum ass looking cowboy
Walmart pink cowboy boots.
Right. But he went and bought a red carpet for Miona's arrival. And he said, he's corny and he's tacky and she hates when he does embarrassing stuff like that. But, you know, that's just who he is. And I love it, Jabri. You are who you are.
I think that's cute, actually. It's cute.
And like
it's really not what he's doing.
Hollywood is she gonna get right now? So
it's really not what he's doing. It's just preparation. The fact he's planning for her, and the fact he's
it's sweet. So we learned that his favorite color is pink. Who knew? And we talked about the terrible looking cowboy boots. He said he's worried about all the things that David and his parents have said. And, he's getting super nervous. And especially the meeting of the parents, he just feels like it's a lot, and them living in their house. And he then goes on, the fashions. He then goes on to put on a light pink suit. And no, I'm sorry, tight light pink suit.
I feel like he called it the Fresh Space Cowboy Flamingo.
Yeah. And you were definitely giving flamingo. He then is getting ready to leave and tries to go pick up Miona's gifts and splits his pants because they're too damn tight. And then he's just like, you know what? We got to roll with it.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it. I'm already committed.
We got to do what we got to do. So then we see he's driving to the airport. Where he on his way to pick
he made him a whole freestyle.
Because she's here to stay.
Right.
I said, bruh.
He made up a whole freestyle on his way to the airport.
I mean, it wasn't giving Little Nas X, but I mean, I think
I didn't think.
I mean, but if you're gonna go the country, I would take that over your space punk. Okay, I would take your country over your space.
Whatever that song was that he had before this freestyle was much better. I think this freestyle was much better than that other song.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, that's space punk. Like I said, that's Jamiroquai on acid. What are you talking about?
No. This is way better than whatever the hell.
So yeah, so as we see, Jabri and his tight light pink is on his way to get his girl at the airport.
He says that he sacrificed a lot for his relationship with Miona. So he is hoping that, they can come to some mutual ground, see eye to eye, and come to some type of agreement
not
on
just be completely selfish.
Where they're gonna, basically. So Emily is waking up in Kansas City. She is pumping her boobs. And she's super nervous, okay, because he hasn't seen her. She knows she looks different, and she has this huge mess of clothes all over the bed, trying to figure out what to wear, what she can get on to look sexy, to see her man. And she feels bad that he's not gonna get to see Coben right away, but she says she needs one night. Okay. She needs one night. She's gonna bring him back to the hotel. So basically, she makes it seem like it's crucial that the next few days go well because, she wants to work on their connection. He's going to meet Coben, and they need to figure out, where they're going to move forward from here. She is super emotional, crying and shit because she's super nervous about how he's going to see her, about just how things are going to go. But he has finally landed. They're really excited to see each other. They embrace each other. And, he says, after seeing her for so long, she does look different. She put on some weight. But,
he said it don't matter.
He said it don't matter what she looked like. And she says that, he looks good. He says that he doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him. And she's like, well, he look good. He look good.
He said he looking like a whole snack.
She looked like she ready to put him on his back and run to the hotel. Okay.
He talked about how he can't wait to see that baby. I said, ooh.
Exactly. He said, I don't even think I'm going to leave his side. I'm going to be playing with him every blessed day. And I'm like, oh, you don't even know. You don't even know. So then she's like, she definitely needs to mention to him that they won't be going home tonight. He will not be meeting Coben tonight. But she's like, he needs to just give me one night and he got the rest of his life with Coben. Lifetime. Guillermo is super excited. It's the morning that he's leaving to go to the US. He's double checking, making sure he got his paperwork, his expired ass passport. He is ready to go. Right. He's ready to hop on his plane. We find out that his brother Christopher and his fiance Daniela, I actually knew it was Daniela, are going to the airport to send him off. He says it's weird and heavy, that he's saying goodbye to them. And I can only imagine because that's like his only family there. Mm-hmm. He says it's like a romantic movie because, he was leaving Venezuela to go to the DR and, get away from his life. And now he's leaving the DR to go follow the love of his life. You know what? All right, Guillermo. It is like a little romantic little flick. Okay. Then what's his girl name? Kara. As they're in the car, headed to the airport, she's letting us know, again, reiterating the concern that they have about his expired passport and, why they're going. So they hop on a plane. Apparently they can't sit far from each other because they make a big deal out of the fact that their seats are separated. So they find where they can sit across from each other, across the aisle. Good job, Kara. Guess it's that serious. After going through immigration, it seems like they were in immigration for about 2 hours, which is about normal. Apparently the guy in immigration asked, like, do you have another passport? Like, who has more than one passport? I mean, really.
Right. And if I did, why would I tell you?
He's like, no. And he's like, oh, well, this is a Venezuelan passport. You're from Venezuela? Oh, okay, never mind. Like,
why did you just say that?
Like, right? Like I just handed you a passport, my dude. So they're super excited. He's in the US. He's home free. And
he made it, y'all.
Turn the fuck up. She's like, let's go get drunk. Let's go have some drinks.
Like a little drunky. He's like, no, I wasn't planning on doing that. I'm a little drinky.
Yeah. I meant what you're saying, what you meant. Want to turn the fuck up. But she does say she wants his adjustment to be really smooth because she knows he's given up a lot to be there with her. Kudos, Kara. Eve is super excited that her fiance is arriving tomorrow. But until then, she is turning up with the girls.
It's like, I'm gonna hang out with the girls, have a little drinky drink because I can't do it that much when he comes.
Exactly. And in real true girl fashion, her ladies is hyping her up as she comes in. She's like, as I walk through, the black outfit with the black hair. Eve. Okay,
Eve's out here giving.
This is why she pulled a 25-year-old, okay? So, she says her friends have been very supportive of her relationship, although they don't really have too many details. It's easy to support when you don't know what the fuck is really going on. She says, initially she stopped sharing about what was going on in her relationship because of all the negative reactions she was getting.
Right.
Her friend says, so I know there's no public display of affection in their culture. So how long did it take before y'all had sex? Oh, just really getting into it. Apparently, Eve then took this man's virginity. Okay. That they don't believe in premarital sex, but she says that they are so sure about their love and that they're going to get married that they feel like, I guess it was okay to cross that line. And now, her friends are intrigued. They want the deets.
Right.
They're like,
is this?
So how is he? I mean, do he even know what the fuck he doing? Like,
right. If he a virgin, do he be licking your nipples?
Right. So what type of shit is that? What type of question
it's
is
like,
that? He be licking your nipples?
I think that's very like, I might tell you that he does that, but I can't picture you.
No, I mean, that's not even saying like, did he suck on your titties? She's like, if he like be licking your nipples? Like, what?
It's a little personal, bitch.
I don't know.
Drink your wine and mind your business.
So she tells her that he is a rock star.
It sounds like you're trying to find out for you, oh.
Exactly. Trying to find out what that 25 ain't do, okay? Yeah. So then she says, he's never had a drink in his life, and they don't do any substances that, alter their mind. So that's a friend. They're like, well, what about when we have brunch and we have mimosa?
Like, is he gonna like us?
Like, the fuck? How you gonna handle this? Because you come out with us and you drink. And she's like, I don't have to drink. Like, I told y'all that. This is a special occasion. But you know what, though? Eve, you just said, bring all three because I like them all. You wanted the red wine, the rosé, and the white wine. So she says that she hopes he realizes and appreciates all that she's given up for him. And I do, too, because I realized just now that you over here lying, talking about you ain't got a drink, but bitch, you like to. Everyone is worried about all the changes she's making for him and feels like it's going to chip away at her, and little pieces of her, and she'll end up losing herself. I can understand that concern. And her friends basically tell her, we wouldn't be friends if we didn't let you know our concerns. But, regardless, we're here for you and we support you.
So we see Jabri. He's sitting at the airport in his flamingo cowboy suit. Got the red carpet rolled out for Miss Miona. And I had a chuckle while watching the scene because I said, why does he look like he's the only person in the airport? I mean, we did see maybe two other people, but it really, I said,
yeah, him and the old man that walked across his red carpet.
Right. I said, oh, don't nobody go to South Dakota. Is that what it is? I'm just saying. So Miona finally comes down. We see her walk across her red carpet to her boo, and they have an amazing arrival run, as I call it. It was very cute. I was here for it. However, back to the tea. Make sure if you have not already that you have liked, and if you are not already subscribed,
and subscribe.
Right. But back to the tea, y'all. Miona looked a lot lighter.
And she doing her pictures.
So
and I see why she blackfish, because that's the only time she looked cute. Because here, she ain't cute.
Well, I'm just let that sit there. Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what you think.
I thought she was a cute girl. Without makeup, she is. She looked like she's giving not blackfish. She's giving catfish.
Mm. Well, and he said when they met online, Miona is actually the one that started flirting with him. And she's like, please don't try to sell that narrative. That's not true.
Inaccurate.
Right. And he says, well, no, she basically liked one of his pictures first. So he went and commented on a video and said her homegirl looked nice. And I guess he was like, you see how
she was
so used to dudes spitting and telling her she looked nice and telling her she looked good. He was like, you see how I did that? He was like, I need to teach a class on this game.
He said he gonna give class on game. I said, that's okay. All right, Jabri, look, it worked.
It worked. So they basically discussed, he says they have a lot to work on, from obviously the location they're going to get married to where they're going to live, and discussing their financial situation. And Miona just looking at him very unbothered.
Only thing that she commented on was that they were definitely moving. She was real hush hush when he mentioned financials.
Right. She ain't had nothing to say. She was just like, So she lets us know that it has been her childhood dream to come to America. In her country, you know, America is supposed to be, you know, this place of dream.
The American dream, yeah.
Right. And so she was expecting a certain type of lifestyle. And so therefore, that's what she expects. And she is expecting Jabri to deliver. But baby girl, he done spent so much money on you in Serbia, he probably can't deliver.
It ain't working now.
Right. And sound like he ain't gonna be working if he keep messing around with you. So, whew.
Shy and Bilal are sitting on the couch, and he's reflecting, saying, this is not how I thought the day was going to go. I thought it was going to be a great day, and you spent the entire day complaining. And she's like, oh, stop this pity party. And he's like, oh, it's not a pity party. I thought you would have been more appreciative. She's like, I am being appreciative. I just think you can do better. He said, look up the word appreciative and see what the fuck the meaning is. So she's like, you know what? I'm just tired. So he offers her something to eat. She says, yes, before you got from a clean bowl. Really, those 7 days, you must really not know who this man is. Okay? If you think that this is the way this man lives.
Right.
Okay? Like, did you not notice? Did you not notice that he folded up his shit when he put it, when he took it off and laid next to your ass? Did you not notice that he fluffed the pillows when y'all got out the bed? Did you not notice that? So he says, we'll just order something. She's like, oh, you have enough money for that? So she's getting disrespectful, like to the point you're telling this dude you don't even think you got enough money to order food. She's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go freshen up while you order the food. And he's like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you go do that. So in a confessional, he says, it's super unexpected. Like what's going on? He understands that he picked her up in a dirty van and he brought her to his childhood home. But the way she's reacting is offensive. And I agree. I super agree. And she basically says she felt like in Trinidad, she thought that, he was well put together because, he came with his Louis luggage and
he had on a nice
feel like this home suits him. So she feels completely deceived. So she said, she wants to have a conversation after he's done warming up his food because she feels like he's in his feelings and she don't want him to be. So she's like, it really looks like you're struggling. And she's worried about that. Like he's living in the struggle. Is where she tells him. And she gave up her life in Trinidad to start from scratch. And that's a lot. She does say to us that if she's going to live here for 90 days, it's going to be a struggle, but she is willing to do it. You willing to do it, that don't mean he's willing to do it with you, ma'am, after the way the fuck
he need to sell a couple of them suits.
Yes, she did. I said, lady, what you gonna go open your yoga studio? What the fuck you gonna do?
Right.
All this shit you doing. And she also says there's a lot of work to be done before they can even cross that bridge to get married. Now you ain't even thinking about marriage no more. Oh my goodness. And she tells him, you can't even be upset with me because I'm in shock.
I feel deceived.
Exactly. And he's like how? Why do you feel deceived? Because when I come here to the US where you live, you're not living up to the image that you presented in Trinidad. He's like, what image is that? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's like, you do realize
your Louis luggage. You said what?
He says that. He's like, people can put on a nice suit. That don't mean they got money.
A nice house. Yeah. Right. She's like, your Louis luggage, your suit, your belts. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, bitch, really, that's what she was looking at.
I'm not trying to be funny. She gonna get over here to America and realize if they don't work out, she gonna get and realize that there's a lot of fuck boys out here with Louis luggage and nice clothes and living some shit that's worth that they do not own, worse than what the fuck Bilal got. Okay.
And wait till she meets what's her name? Nefertari?
Mm-hmm.
His sister.
Nefertari. I thought it was Nefertari.
Nefertari. Okay, Nefertari. He says he doesn't want to marry someone that wants him just for his money. He wants to marry someone who wants him for him. And if the wedding day was tomorrow, he don't know what the fuck he would do. He would pray all night.
Thank you for tuning in to our Better Late Than Never review of 90 Day Fiancé. Please make sure, if you have not already, even though you've heard it 1,000 times, you're going to hear it again. Please make sure that you like,
you comment,
you subscribe,
and you hit the notification bell.
And please make sure that you are following us on all platforms, and make sure you check us out next week because Bilal is taking Miss Shy to meet
his mother.
And
at his house.
I was like, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, and in the preview, she said, if your mother don't like me, you still gonna be with me? He said, probably not. I think Bilal's starting to get a little disrespectful too.
We finally see Eve meet her boo, and he's excited to have a mom.
Yes.
This is going to get real messy, these fools, y'all. But thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next Sunday. Love you guys. Mwah.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!